What is going on? All right. We are just waiting for a couple to join. We'll kick her off. What up, Danny? Good to see ya. God, feels good to be back. All right. I think we're just waiting on Dean. Once Dean hops in, we will start. Deanie. All right, he's coming. Talking to his mom, whomst everyone loves. What up, Jason? Kev's Matrix. What's up, guys? Yeah. So, besides tons of announcements from Disney, I am still catching up, but holy lord. Secret Invasion they announced. There's a ton of stuff that Black Panther 2, they did announce that. Wow. I am still low-key, if anyone remembers, I am a huge fan of Moon Knight because of action figures. So like Mezco's Moon Knight was really fun. So I went and read 3 of his Longmire, I think it was Longmire comics that I read. It was one of the artists. But yeah, they were really good. He's gonna be an odd dynamic. I don't know. I can't see it being on Disney Plus and being a ton of money. Or I mean, being what up, Dean? Being explicit.
We're talking Mezco again.
That's what we always lead the show off with, baby.
The show sucked.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. These look cool.
Where I was actually talking about some of the announcements and stuff. I don't think it was on their actual list of stuff. Oh yeah, it was Moon Knight. I was talking about Moon Knight and how I started liking him.
Yeah.
And like the comics are so explicit that I don't know how they're gonna do that. Kev's Matrix. We'll get to talking about what's on the screen here. Just kind of first off, just kind of kick things off. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. Welcome back to Small Talk. This is a show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. I'm the host, Dylan, and joining me, I got Dean.
Yo.
God, today was a crazy day. Dean, I haven't paid a ton of attention to Disney stuff. And since when is Disney Investor Day a thing? Is that just this year?
Yeah, it must be a new thing this year. Because they usually do whenever they have their announcements, it's usually like the Star Wars celebration and the what the hell is it called? The Disney 20, what the hell is it? D24 or something?
D23, yeah, they did.
D23. So I think this year they just did it all at once because of Rona. I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
dude, my fucking phone has just been going off all day with news and
Yeah.
not even just Disney and Marvel stuff, just in general. Fucking Pixar. I mean, that's Disney, but they announced a Toy Story movie.
Yeah, and even like FX, like when I was watching it for a little bit, and they were talking about like Hulu shows, FX, show like TV shows from there. So a ton of stuff that you forgot that Disney even owns or like associates with. It's crazy.
They announced Indiana Jones coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, that is.
Or is that a new show?
I don't know. It's already it's on Netflix, so I don't know. But
all they just have like a poster of all the new shows, and then on the bottom corner it's Indiana Jones. So I don't know if that's a new show they're doing or what, but
yeah, there's gonna be a lot to come from that. It's pretty overwhelming, but to just kind of go back to the figure news, everyone, just to let you guys know, I got sick, as Zach stated, I think on the last show, and
you got the Rona.
Got the Rona.
How bad was
it? I wouldn't say it was the worst sickness I've ever had, but I will say there was no questioning what I had. You know, like you might run into people who are like, "Oh, I might have the Rona," unless you're asymptomatic. There is no fucking question what I had.
Yeah.
And it was just weird symptoms. I got the chills a lot really bad, and the weirdest symptom I had was dizziness, which my girlfriend never got. So yeah, that one was strange, but luckily we were fine. Just a lot of rest and drinking a lot of water. So, but anyways, I'll be doing just more recent figure news. There's a lot of stuff that I could have caught up on, but we want to keep it somewhat short or to a respectable length of time. We could have been here till midnight if we wanted to. Speaking of Bad Batch, Sean Fear mentioning the Bad Batch show that was announced. There's a couple Black Series that they announced that are from the Bad Batch. I'm jacked.
What fucking show did they not announce today? It's like, Jesus, guys, calm down.
Yeah, and half of it we don't even know what it means.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars droids, Star Wars visions, Star Wars the Acolyte. It's like, goddamn. I mean, at least hopefully some of those things don't take place in the same timeline. Because goddamn.
I know.
But
Sean, if that's a movie, I will be even more jacked about it. I'm so much more of a movie guy rather than a TV show. Yeah.
I heard it was a whole show.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too.
I haven't heard about a movie. It'd be cool to get a movie, but I'd prefer a show though. That's more content. Yeah. I'd rather have 3 seasons than one movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes and no. I've just always been so much more of a movie guy. I feel like movies overall on a main, like just generally speaking, have better closings than any TV show. Like, how many TV shows are you disappointed by the finales on?
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, there's also a lot of movies I don't like the endings too.
That's true. but I feel like even sometimes bad endings, they rarely end it in a way of no closure. Whereas like you sometimes have to go through like, what is it, like 8 movies worth just to get a closing of like a finale, depending on the show or something like that. But
no, I got it. Because like Game of Thrones is not a good ending, but it's completely, you get closure on every storyline.
It ties. That's what I always say to defend Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones finale is that yes, it pissed a lot of people off. Might have not been the most satisfying, but in my mind, out of all the TV shows I've watched, I was satisfied in the way that they tied up so many different sub stories and little things here and there that a lot of shows I feel like could have forgotten about or just skipped over completely.
I mean, I could go into great detail about Game of Thrones, but yeah, it ties everything up in a that's a pretty ugly bow, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
works.
right.
But I mean, you're right. I mean, there's a lot of shows that just never don't pay off, and you're just left like, man, this fucking sucks. Like
Yeah,
How I Met Your Mother, fucking garbage.
I've heard that. I haven't watched that, but I have heard that.
Oh, dude, it will fucking piss you, especially if you like lived it. Now, if you just binge watch it, it might be okay, but if you like lived in the moment, it's like this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But
All right.
I mean, yeah, if any of those, if they're shows, cool. If they're movies, cool. Like Star Wars.
Yeah, I won't complain about any of it, whether it's one way or the other, that's for sure. But I wouldn't be mad about a movie. Um, but I guess we should probably kick off some of our
Yeah,
figure
figuring it.
talk here.
Let's go a minute. Doop, 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 doop. Let's
Well,
go.
first we want to thank our friends over at Waddle Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Small Talk. And Dean, actually, did you get? Oh wow, God, zooming in. Did you get anything new for on the small end of things that you didn't talk about this week on the old CW?
No, honestly, I didn't. I haven't bought any. Dude, I've been so fucking broke. Because I'm still catching up on buying my truck, so like the insurance and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do something cool, and I bought an exhaust, and like I couldn't afford it. Like, totally shouldn't have done that. But now I have to buy fucking Christmas presents for people, so I like really have like no money to like.
Isn't that one of the low-key depressing things about Christmas is that how it swaps from being a holiday when you're younger of being jacked and getting all this shit to when you're older just being an expensive holiday and that's it.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. But I mean, you would hope you at least you still get stuff. But it's funny because like as a kid, like you get socks, you're like, man, this fucking sucks. But as an adult, you're like, fucking socks, hell yeah. I don't have to buy socks. I can spend my money on a fucking Big Mac or something.
For sure.
Socks.
I will always remember when I got a vacuum for Christmas one year. My aunt and my parents went in to get me a vacuum, and I was so jacked.
Yeah.
So jacked.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like fucking towels. Hell yeah. Like,
yeah.
I never thought I'd be jacked about getting towels, but pots and pans. Are you kidding me? Yeah, nothing new this week for me. But what about you, buddy?
I got quite a few things. I'll kind of keep it short to some of the mains. This one I'm actually going to open when we get to the awards part of the show, but I've had it out already. But this is the Mofex, The Dark Knight Returns figure, and he's pretty awesome. I will, so especially for a Mofex. No,
Mofex figures are usually pretty fucking sweet.
They are, but they're hit or miss on QC issues. Like I know, this one I haven't opened at all yet. I'm getting there, but this is the Hush one, or Hoosh as Damien calls it. Hoosh. But this one, on some people were having issues right where like the cowl came to a point here, tucking in the cape, because this one, the cape is so big that it kind of like explodes around the figure a little bit. So it had a tough time like keeping that. And then what I also got, I wasn't jacked about it until I opened it, was the Mezco PX Supreme Knight. So if you remember, Dean, Mezco did like their own trilogy of Batman, like from his early years, his like prime years, and then his older years. And then they did a bunch of takes on each one of those characters, of course. I think there's 4 of each, but it went like Ascending Knight, Supreme Knight, or Ascending Knight. Holy crap, I'm blanking on the middle one. I think it was Supreme Knight is the last one. But anyways, they're now on the last one, the one where he's older. It's based off of kind of the Dark Knight Returns comic books, but it's their own take on it. It's really cool. But I wasn't particularly jacked for this one. I got the gray one and I liked it. The PX version is the PX version has been throughout it is like his gray and blue suit.
Mhm. Yeah.
and with the yellow Batman emblem. And
Yeah.
I opened it up, and the paint actually blew me away. I loved it. I think it's
Oh,
so much
I
better
thought
than
you
the
were gonna
original.
say it was fucking crap.
No, I loved it so much more than the original version, and I didn't expect it at all. I was jacked. The paint is kind of a gloss. Um, but yeah, I was impressed by it. I also got the in Sovereign Knight. That's the middle one, and we're on
Oh,
Supreme
okay.
Knight now. But I also got their Gambit in. That's a pretty cool figure. There's obviously no chest articulation because his whole chest piece is like one big piece, which I'm fine with. He comes with a lot of cool accessories that you can kind of mix around with. Here, I'll drag it on our screen here and show everyone what it looks like since I don't have it on hand. But he comes with a lot of cool effects that makes it worth it. And Sideshow just released theirs today. And that, my friends, is why I am glad I found Mezco and got into it, because it scratched the itch of getting characters like that I don't need or want in 6 scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess moving on now to the Mezco Minute, the actual news and stuff. They finally announced the Predator. They showed him, I believe in Comic-Con. It might have been Toy Fair.
This year
And
or last year?
this year, they showed pictures of him, and
Didn't they show a Mezco 1/6 statue?
they did.
Of the
And
Predator?
it was, they showed a render of a Predator statue,
Uh,
and they're calling it their Static 6
that's what it was.
line.
Static 6.
Yeah, and they actually finally released the Conan the Simerian. That's how you
Okay.
pronounce it, I'm pretty sure.
So they were working, because I could have sworn I only saw the Static 6 statue. I didn't know they were actually doing a figure, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I knew they were doing a figure because one of their Toy Fair exclusives that they came out with came with like a little catalog for future releases. And it's so weird being a Hot Toys collector for all those years. Oh, Kev, sorry. He has to see the Hush figure again. I got a kind of bad reflection, but anyways, yeah, he uh-oh. Someone's popping in here. I thought I saw Zach popping in. But yeah, I got excited about this announcement because they came out with like a catalog from one of those releases, and it's weird with Hot Toys, going back to what I was saying, how not everything they show they come out with.
That's true.
And collecting other companies like Mafex, Mezco, SH Figure Arts, where virtually everything they show eventually comes out no matter what. And it's super strange.
I don't know about figure arts, but sure.
Isn't it kind of at least eventually with Figure Arts?
Dude, their fucking Star Wars line is like huge, but the figures they've released is like a third of what they've shown. And then their Dragon Ball Z figure arts, they've shown a lot that have never come out.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'm probably
I know what you
speaking on
mean,
my ass,
like,
but yeah. So that's strange. But anyways, you know how like Zach is super anal with like Vader, Manny is anal with like Michael Myers.
Yeah.
That's me with Predator.
Yeah, you're a Predator guy.
Huge Predator fan, always have been, and I am so jacked for this. So going back to Kev's question asking what scale this was, this is 1/12 scale. I believe he comes in based off their website at around 8 inches, which is fairly large, but also probably on par a little bit. And
big dude, yeah.
They do.
Gigantic.
Right. They do run it a little tall already. They say 20 centimeters tall. But they already run a little big.
Yeah, but if you want him to scale with 6-inch figures, that would be correct. Yeah.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how this guy compares to the NECA Predators that I've collected for so long and been a fan of. Like I really liked the Lost one to be nominated for one of the awards this year for figures under 30 because it came with so much. But It'll be cool to see this guy compare with him. He's got like two interchangeable mouths. Obviously like a helmet, and the helmet is light up, and his plasma caster is light up.
No, this is from the actual movie.
Correct, the 1987 movie.
Okay, see, if I was gonna get a Predator in my collection, it'd be from this movie. I know there's other Predator movies and other Predator figures, but like for me, it's like this is like the gold standard for Predator, right? The original.
It is. It's what it's what they should start off with, especially if they're going to expand on it.
Yeah. I don't know if I like the Predator enough to pay Mezco prices for it. Especially if I'm spending that kind of money, I could easily find like a NECA one, or even just a 6-scale version for a little more.
Yeah, and this is going for $100, which is about 10 to 15 more than their average, but it's considered a deluxe figure. Typically they say deluxe when it comes with a bunch of extra accessories, which this one does, but it's mainly the light up features that I think is what their selling point is. Like obviously it's going to have like the actual fabric loincloth, they call it on their website. Like the netting is going to actually be fabric instead of stitched in. The helmets light up, and all the mouths and the helmet are magnetic, so I'm excited to see how that'll turn out to be. But yeah, it comes with a bunch of different interchangeable parts. When they showed the prototype, I was worried because I think it might have been just the angle of the picture, but it was garbage looking. His head looked to be like the size of his entire chest, and these pictures look so much better. It looks fantastic in these. So
sweet.
Yeah, I'm for sure getting this. I could not have pre-ordered it soon enough. But moving on, this is what we were talking about before. So Mezco also started a new line that they've teased a while back called their Static 6 line. So it's 6-scale statues, and they're kicking it off with Conan the Simerian. He comes with a couple different heads. I didn't include the other one on there, but he comes with a couple interchangeable heads, hands. I think so it's going for $225, going to release June, August 2021. But it's actually free shipping on their website right now until December 16th is what they're saying. But yeah, he's got 2 interchangeable heads, weapons. He's got one like a screaming one with a helmet. Here, I'll put it on screen. Like a screaming one with a helmet, and yeah, I thought it looks pretty good. $225 doesn't kill me. It'll with Mezco, with something this big and detailed, you really just don't know what to expect when the prototype turns around to the real item.
Yeah, for $225, that seems steep.
It does.
It's for a statue, it's not bad, but statues are usually like quarter scale or something a little larger. Now for $225, it's not bad. But it's like you could also get a figure for that much and pose it pretty similarly, right? I hope the line does well, but it seems kind of niche to me.
It does.
Scale statue collector.
I hope it does do well. Obviously, after seeing what happened with Chronicle, you want pretty much any toy companies to succeed at this point, no matter what it is. But yeah, I hope that it does well, and they move on to the Predator statue, because I would consider the Predator statue. I think it's going to be fairly priced when you kind of compare this size of this. Like this is the size, of your typical Hot Toys figures and everything, and it's going to come with like a larger base, interchangeable parts. There's going to be, and it's obviously much heavier. So like if you get in on the free shipping deal, I don't think it's the worst deal in the world. It's up there, and it's a commitment. You got to be a Conan fan, but
yeah, I mean, you really gotta love that character.
Yeah,
the cloth cape looks pretty cool, and the interchangeable parts as a plus. But Yeah, I don't know. It just seems kind of like a weird like direction to me.
Yeah, and they've teased it. It wasn't out of the blue because they've showed us this for a while.
Mm.
Philly said, "Did you see Deluxe Constantine fig?" For Mezco, I don't think they've came out with it yet, but they have. Oh, maybe I don't think they. I think they've just teased it at this point. I'd have to check on that. I thought that they just teased it, but yeah, I'm excited about that one. They showed that one at what they called MezcoCon too. But moving on, so this one was probably one of the more anticipated releases that they've done in a while after showing it off. Obviously, this is their Ghost Rider and Hell Cycle in the 112 line. This one was needed. Everyone wanted this guy pretty bad. He's coming in at 220 or 240, excuse me. Going to be released June to August 2021. Not terrible pricing when you consider some of the other big sets that they've done that a lot of people are complaining it's a bit too much. That bike,
That's too much.
a lot of people are saying that bike better be worth it. I think a big gimmicky thing that they're trying to sell is that the bike lights up and it has sound features.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that I think those are the two features they're really trying to.
that's too much.
Yeah, I think so too. I actually haven't ordered this one, but I'm also not a Ghost Rider fan. But it is cool. All the flame effects that he's comes with, his jaws articulated, and he's comes with like a flaming chain, flame effects for the motorcycle, ton of cool stuff there. But
Dude, honestly, I don't. I'm not a huge. I don't dislike the Ghost Rider, but I'm also not like a fan of the Ghost Rider. But holy shit, people fucking love Ghost Rider. And
he has a cult following for
dude,
sure.
everything that comes out Ghost Rider, boom, sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Price goes up like crazy. I mean, even like bullshit Marvel Legends will like be worth like 4 times what they retail for in just a matter of weeks. It's like, goddamn, like people really fucking love.
It's a cult following for sure. So I kind of knew about it because of how like Sideshow, if you remember, they had like a 6 scale Ghost Rider that came out years ago, and that actually sold out. And I remember thinking, I'm like, how do people really like that one that much? He also has a big following because of the comics. Like I think a lot of people say like Cosmic Ghost Rider, which is like I think technically what is it like Frank Castle or something like that. Have to ask the collecting comics guys, but he is considered like the most powerful hero in the Marvel universe, pretty much. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's big, and that figure for Sideshow actually sold out relatively quickly,
Yeah.
and I was surprised about it. And this one, whenever Mezco would release figures, you know how with Hot Toys people are always like, "Where's Cyborg?" and "Where's this and this
Yeah.
figure?" That's what people.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's what people are like with Mezco and Ghost Rider. So it was good to see this one get released.
Honestly, it makes sense in 112 scale, right? Because like in 6 scale, a whole fucking bike, like it gets expensive. Now, usually 6 scale collectors don't really give a shit about price, but I mean, there's a point where it's just like, okay, chill.
Yeah, like
So,
what everyone says
yeah. So in 12
is.
scale, it makes perfect sense, right? Like, oh, we could do the figure and the bike. 240 is a little high, I think, for Mezco.
Yeah, so you kind of got to do the math.
Because like a regular figure is like $100. You're charging another 140 for the bike. I mean,
It
that's
wouldn't.
fucking steep.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that the normal figure would be would even be 100. Let's say just like $90 because the figure itself doesn't come with a ton of stuff, just
Right, it's like
articulated.
two chains and hands.
Yeah, so if you take 90 off of 240, we're still looking at $150 for that bike and its effects.
Yeah, and it's like I've seen the Judge Dredd bike that Mezco made, and that thing's pretty cool, but it's not worth.
Yeah,
$150.
and that's what a lot of people, the people that were kind of trying to justify the price, that's what they were saying is I think that one was like 260 or 280. It was
Yeah,
even
it was
more or
stupid.
just as much retail, and obviously it's way more than that now, but it
Yeah, 'cause
was
I had the Mezco Dread. And I
you
always
did
wanted I had the PX version where he's in the blue because
yep,
that's what he wears in the comics.
right.
And it always looks black because of the shading and stuff, but it's really a blue suit, like a bright blue. So I was like, oh, I want the PX version. It was also cheaper. I got it on Amazon for like $70 or something. I sold it for more, but I could never get the bike because it was all so fucking expensive. So I was like, fuck it. And I just sold Dread. I was like, I'm never gonna buy the bike because why would I pay that much for that?
So that's why you sold it, because of the bike.
Yeah,
That was my
because
next question.
I was never gonna get the bike.
Yeah.
But this seems like a super cool release. I think if you want to pick it up, like anybody listening, if you're like on the fence, like maybe I should get it, maybe I shouldn't. I say just fucking get it because
You'll get your money's back.
yeah, at a minimum, because
Mhm.
Mezcals always fucking jump up.
Especially big ones like this. And then the other reason I would say too is the soft goods on Ghost Rider in 1/12 scale is they're second to none, and that's what they do best. And since it's a lot of cloth goods, I would say it's something to look at
Yeah,
for sure.
I think longevity on that material is probably not the greatest.
It's possible. Now Mezco has been good with that. They've had a really good track record. They've had two much older figures now that didn't really hold up. One was the mutant from The Dark Knight Rises. His pants flaked really bad and they were a leathery material. And then the other one was the Captain America scales. They would like kind of peel off sometimes over time. But other than those two, it seems like they figured out their soft goods to a certain I would say even like comparable to the point of what Hot Toys has. I would say Hot Toys uses tougher materials to get certain looks out of their characters. Mezco will mask things, so what like you know how Iron Spider Hot Toys is like all that one rubber material.
Yeah,
Mezco will put like a cloth suit on, and then they would put that rubber material in every area except for like articulated areas. So like they work it in smart areas. They engineer it really well.
yeah, dude. Dude, I still really want one. If you could track one down for me at a decent price, I
An iron,
really want the Mezco tech suit Spider-Man.
really.
Yeah, that figure is done so well. Every like review and thing I've seen on it is like killer.
They perfected the Homecoming one, and the Homecoming one was really good. It's pretty much the proportions is all they changed, and it does look so much better. I actually have a second one, so I'll probably we'll have to talk after the show.
Yeah, send me the clones for Christmas.
The clones I still got to decide. There's still the only 3 3/4 inch figures I have, but I love that box, man.
Shame, man. You keep the box. Keep
Um,
the box, dude. Send me the. I'll send you a picture of my clone shop, dude. It's pretty great.
I want to see it. Anyways, so moving on, we got the other last Mezco release they actually put up for pre-order and sold out already and is shipping out.
Jesus.
Is Gomez, the Clan of Crimson Dragon.
This the comic they're doing. Whoa.
Kind of.
Look
Zach.
Wearing Christmas lights and all.
Yeah.
Look at this motherfucker's jingling all the way.
Thought I'd do a jingle.
What's up, my guy?
What? Huh?
What's up?
I'm doing tonight.
Good. Did you try to join earlier?
What?
Did you try to join the show earlier? Because like in the show below here, I saw like your name pop up for like a second and then it went away.
Dude, you might have some after effects of that COVID, bro.
You forgot the lights. That's why he bailed.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh no, I gotta fucking That fucker gotta be glam.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that pure COVID, my guy.
Maybe that glammed up. God damn, that's all his accessories.
Yeah, so this
Jesus.
Gomez is obviously their mascot, so there's no licensing cost, so they just load the hell out of all their Gomez figures. This is pretty much a redo of their Clan of the Golden Dragon. Just different color robes and accessories and things like that. But
Everything's gold.
yeah, this was $90. I think this actually lasted something like someone said 15 to 17 minutes, which is a long time for these puppies because I think he's already going for like 240 when he retailed for 90. But
I legitimately do not understand the fucking hype for Mezco. I just don't get it.
I have fun with these figures, and a lot of people like the customization options with these ones. I think it's gotten to a point to where people are getting them just because of their aftermarket. It just got so hyped up eventually. Like there's literally just Gomez groups now on Facebook to follow.
It's wild.
But yeah, I think this like
he's just a Roche.
Danny Lee said Ninja Smoke 2. Yeah, and they changed the color from the crimson or from the gold one as well. The Roach, I'm whatever about. The thing that I like is he comes with different head options, and almost any Mezco head fits on him. So, like, if you want like skulls or just a basic head sculpt, you can put that on him.
That's cool, I guess.
So yeah, and like I talk about it all the time, but I actually have to hit up Waddle Scrapyard for a John Wick for that. Anyways,
12 scale John Wick.
Mezco came out that terrible head sculpt one.
It's really bad.
Yeah, I love everything else about it except for the head sculpt. That's the issue there. But so some Mafex madness. Moving on to them, Carnage is shipping out for anyone. The comic book version of Carnage, if anyone's interested there, that's starting to ship. And then Homelander they teased from The Boys. This one I'm excited about, but is his cape too short? Is it not too short in this?
I don't think. I think it's fine.
I
think the drape is awful, but I think it's fine.
The drape is terrible, but I always thought it went past or down to pretty much his ankles. And this is like up to his calves.
I could be wrong, but I mean,
you might be right.
On a cursory inspection, it looks fine to me.
What I think of when I think of his cape, the time that I notice it the most is when he goes to what's her name's house with his son, and he's like walking around the backyard, and that's when I remember seeing it and thinking that it was longer than that.
Depends on. I'm gonna share this real quick. I was just about to share that exact picture. It might be like Mando's cape, where it depends on the scene.
Gotcha.
Like Mando's cape, sometimes it's like right at his calf, and other times it's literally like at his ankles.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are the differences, like the stunt capes, or even like K from 2049. In some scenes, his jacket is really short. In other scenes, it's like super fucking long.
Yeah. Because like his first scene, right, it's really long. It looks really big. Yeah.
Because even here, it's.
Yeah, I have no problems with that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the white throwing me off.
Lower half is thick.
Dude, somehow this looks
hips, dude.
This looks worse than me in the costume somehow.
Zach, you looked amazing in that costume. You shut up.
Thank you, my guy.
Dude, honestly, if nobody makes a 12 scale version, this might be an easy pickup.
Well, NECA said they're making the 1/7 scale.
Isn't it just a 7-inch?
Or I'm sorry, 7-inch scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, NECA is gonna make one supposedly.
I'm gonna probably wait for that one, especially if they put a soft goods cape on to compare it with Mafex. I'm not 100% sure. These are bad pictures to use for an example, but I have a tough time with joints from time to time, and this is one where I like his suit is such a big part of the character in my opinion because he never takes it off that I hate to have it ruined with exposed joints. So I might either have to wait for someone to do like a custom, a high, or just a higher end 112, or just go the 1/6 route when someone finally makes that.
Yeah, I think I'm just at a point where it's like if I'm gonna have something in my collection, I'd rather it just be 6 scale than like buy 3 versions of a 6 inch or 7 inch version. You know,
Mhm.
not all the time, right? Like I picked up that 7 inch Boba Fett from Diamond Select, which is pretty good. But Boba Fett's also just a character I collect in general. But like the Hunter K from Superman Toys, I'd rather have that than the
The
what's
NECA
the
one.
a NECA one, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could spend $26 on that, but for $100 more, I can have the fucking better version.
Right.
So I might just wait to see if anyone makes it in 6. Because didn't 30 tease it?
No, So Toys teased it, and then also there's like 2 small batch customizers that are teasing it as well.
One I actually messaged because I was very interested. I really liked his head
expensive.
sculpt. It was $340.
Yep.
Just the head sculpt?
No, it was the full figure, but I still had it was because it was like
That's too much.
I think it was like 40 or 50% deposit down, and that scares me with customizers. And I normally don't have a problem with deposits, especially like from websites and stuff. But when you do third party or super customizer, small batch customizers like that, I have a tough time with it.
I have a general rule that I won't spend more than $250 on a figure. And that includes retail. Like the Thanos, my Infinity War Thanos, they got it for $260. So $10. I'm not gonna let a figure walk away over $10. But it's like how much was he retail? 340, 350,
370, I think. The Infinity War Thanos.
Yeah, it's like I'm not paying anywhere close to that.
Yeah.
So I stick to like a really fucking strict, like I gotta really remind myself not to go crazy buying things. There are some exceptions, but
I want to ask this of both you guys, but I guess Dean directed at you because you mentioned you're a big Boba Fett collector, which I've known. But do you get multiple versions of the same one, even if it's like a repack? So like Hot Toys' 40th anniversary Boba Fett, if you already had the Empire Strikes Back one.
So I did. I had the Sideshow 2.0 Boba Fett Empire Strikes Back, and then I bought the Hot Toys Return of the Jedi one.
Yeah.
And I had that for years.
Okay.
And I was kind of making room in my collection. I was like, I don't really need 2 Boba Fetts. So I sold my Return of the Jedi one because the Empire Strikes Back 2.0 from Sideshow is, I think, the best Boba Fett that's come out. So I haven't bought a new Boba Fett since. Now I did want that like vintage toy colored one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was really cool, but even at that, I didn't buy it. It's like for something that expensive, like I'd rather have a new figure than the same one just with a different color scheme.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in 6 scale, no. In like 12 scale, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. And Zach, you shook your head. I'm guessing that's a big no from you.
I just don't like Boba Fett that much.
No, I know, but like
Boba Fett.
just anything in general. Like if you have a character you really like, would you buy multiple versions of them, or do you have?
I mean, I wouldn't buy like in the Boba Fett example, like the 40th anniversary is just a repack with a different box, so I wouldn't buy in that case. I mean, I own like 9 Gohan figurines. I mean, but those are all slightly different sculpts or different outfits entirely.
I think it just depends on the character, right? Like,
yeah, probably not in 6 scale though. 6 scale is too expensive to be doing that.
Yeah, you don't have 2 Vaders anymore, right?
I mean, I have the second one; it's in a box, but no, I don't display it.
Do you still have your Kylo?
Which one?
The Force Awakens Kylo?
Yeah, with the unmasked head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn it.
Why?
I wanted that fucking sculpts.
You wanted the head sculpt, Dean?
Yeah, I was watching Zach. We're coming out with a new episode for next week or the week after.
Dean, we do have access to one of these though.
Can't see yet.
Hey,
the you need a teacher head sculpt.
Yeah. Okay.
I was trying to make your picture bigger, but I don't know how to do that.
No, just
Doing that, that's just
ruining it.
Anyways, moving on to Mafex. They also announced Endgame Thor and Infinity War Doctor Strange.
Is there Mafex?
Yeah, neither one are up yet, but yeah, it's
Kinda
got
like
this.
figure arty.
I know they kind of do. They got soft good capes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. But yeah, they teased these, I believe, but they were unpainted at one of the cons.
Oh, okay.
You guys covered this on the main show a little bit, but this is McFarland's Batman Beyond animated series. Spring of 2021 release. This looks good. Zach, I think you pointed out in the show when you guys were talking about how little Batman Beyond things are out there.
Yes,
that is true. I will say Mezco's, in my opinion, is the best one that's out there. But the problem is no one puts him up for sale. He's very hard to get. Actually,
I owned that figure for like an hour.
Why?
Oh, I remember that.
I never opened it. I just like bought it. And I was like, "This is a dumb fucking purchase." So I sold it.
I love it. Actually, it does.
Yeah,
they made it look techier than they should have been able to.
Why I sold it, because it just didn't look like anywhere close. Like at least this kind of looks somewhat close.
Emblem's too big. That's the biggest thing I would say. I don't think the animated series emblem is that thick on it.
Well, there's also no red on the belt, but I can paint that, so I'm not tripping.
But yeah, this is still a cool release. Different versions, more complaints about them just releasing Batman stuff, but hey, he's the bread and butter of DC, baby. They also released this Target exclusive wave. It comes with Red Sun, Superman. These are looking to be released 2/1/21. You can still get Red Sun. I think the rest are sold out as of right now, but look for them in stores in February 1st. But there's Red Sun, Dark Knight's Death Metal Batman, Dark Knight's Metal the Drowned, and Teen Titan Comics Robin or Damian Wayne. Zach, did you say you were excited for this Damian Wayne?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'll probably pick it up if I see it. I wouldn't order it, but if I find it, I'll definitely pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, and Red Sun is another one. Dean and I were talking about how, for whatever reason, Ghost Rider has a big cult following. I feel like Red Sun's another one that always seems to have a bunch of people that love that character. I know almost nothing about it, but this one, this is the first Mortal Kombat I've gotten excited. Mortal Kombat figure that McFarland's came out that I've gotten excited about, Cabal. He was always my favorite in the original Sega games. Loved him. But I don't think this one is out yet. I think, it looks like it was just a preview coming out in summer 2021. Jason Nelson, he did say Batman Beyond is a comic version, not direct form from the animated series. That's true, but it is solicited as the animated series one for whatever reason. So he obviously is not doing both of them, I'm guessing by that. Moving on to some Bandai stuff. These were probably the most recent announcements they had that stuck out. They did a lot of the Avengers 2012 version, like the original Avengers figures for Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Thor. I don't think all of them are remakes. I think one or two of them might be. I think Captain America might be and Iron Man might be. It's Iron Man Mark 6, and it looks to be probably more of a repaint. And I think that swinging hammer sword accessory from Thor, I don't know if that was with the original one or not, but it was pretty quiet overall on the Bandai front. I left out, like I said, some of them from the earlier weeks that I missed, but for NECA news, they announced, this is the main thing that got me excited. They announced the next wave for their 40th anniversary collection of Alien. It comes with Ellen Ripley and Joan Lambert, both in their spacesuits. And then it comes with, obviously, another Alien repaint. This is H.R. Geiger's original sketched art version. So he's a little more fluorescent, gray, silver-ish. I think it looks really cool. It looks really good. I actually had like one of the movie sets for all the movies, and that was the art was H.R. Geyer's art on it of the alien, like just from the side view, and it looked really good. I don't know if I'll get sucked into buying this alien, but I might. Shut up. And I think that's it for NECA news. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Small Talk. You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard and on Facebook and eBay as well. They make 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as printed head sculpts of dozens of different characters in the Star Wars universe.
Hundreds, even.
Hundreds. Or, like in my case, he's told me to message him, and I just keep putting it off. John Wick in my case. But if you don't see a character you like on their Instagram, send them a message, and they get it designed and printed for a reasonable fee.
Watto Scrapyard.
Zach, did you guys ever put together that montage of okay.
It was a clear cut winner.
It was?
My friend.
Everyone decided that Dean won.
Yeah, it was me.
Did Rainer admit defeat?
I don't know if he admitted it, but
Sometimes you don't need to admit defeat when you just get just wrecked.
yeah.
As we're learning in the presidential.
Well, I mean,
Black Hasbro hits were the Black Series. Just to kind of keep it to the most recent news, they finally put up for pre-order their Black Series Archive series Wave 3, looking to be released pretty soon, actually in January of 2021, I think. But it comes with Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, both Hoth versions. And then a Grand Admiral Thrawn and Commander Cody. Now, I learned from Instagram, Kylo Collector said that they're the same characters, same figures, just with face printing technology is the only difference. I think Cody is an actual like repack or re-release in this.
Yeah, Cody is arguably one of the worst Black Series figures.
I've heard that.
It's I mean, it's cool on the shelf, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just like articulation wise and just like it's not very good. But I'll be damned if he isn't fucking expensive.
Yeah, this was a good release for that. For like Thrawn too was insanely expensive.
The Han and Luke are cool too, because those are two figures I've always wanted, but I've never like wanted to spend the money on them. But I have the fucking the Wampa, and I never got Luke, so this is cool because
there you go.
I'll Luke pretty cheap and then get the Han. Yeah, these are cool because I know the Thrawn also his price is stupid. So like this whole wave makes sense in that line,
especially with the new hype with Thrawn, right?
Yeah, Thrawn and fucking clones. Clones are on the rise again. Dude, I remember when I first started collecting Black Series, it was like right when the Force Awakens started coming out. And I just started hitting all the Walgreens, and I found like a Walgreens that had like 7 Codys.
Really?
Yeah, it was hilarious. And I mean, obviously, I only bought one. But yeah, now he's like a $70 figure. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, the only Walgreens I've been able to find, or like Walgreens exclusive or tough to find figure I've been able to find was the most recent Moon Knight from Marvel Legends. That one was I think a Walgreens exclusive, and I Corona brain. But yeah, I didn't end up buying it just because I have 2 Mezco versions, but it's been tough. Moving on to Marvel Legends, there's a lot of news as well in this, but this one was the most recent, and I thought one of the biggest drops that they put in, this was MODOK from their, I believe they did a Build-A-Figure version of this. And now I think it's just a repaint of the same Build-A-Figure going for $50. And Hasbro Pulse says release, I believe it's May 1st is what they said. But yeah, this one it's a pretty large figure. I know it's 6-inch scale, but I don't know what the size of it. I know when they had it in the videos, it looked pretty big actually. And yeah, this is the bad guy actually from the video game that did terrible. Hasbro Lightning Collection. I know we don't touch on these a lot, but these actually just went up today. This is the new Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures they put up. They put up Zeo 4 Green Ranger, Lost Galaxy Red Ranger, SPD Pink Ranger, and Dino Thunder Blue Ranger. I think those went up today on
all garbage. I'm just kidding.
Zach actually likes Power Rangers, right?
Yeah, I like Power Rangers. Well, Mighty Morphin, but I don't know anything about the other ones. So.
Yeah, I'm just a Mighty Morphin guy myself, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, so as far as still sticking with Hasbro, G.I. Joes finally have some news there. G.I. Joes, like they just
G.I. Joe
dropped all of their G.I. Joe stuff in the first 6 months of the year and then nothing for like the entire year until December. And G.I. Joe Classified Series Flint and Lady J action figures went up. What's kind of interesting is Lady J sold out before Flint, so that was kind of cool to see a female figure actually sell out.
Lady J low-key looks like a green fucking
Ripley.
No, what's her name from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, just fucking buy her, slap a coat of yellow paint on and call it a day.
Did you see how involved, speaking of April O'Neil, she's staying in like her figure with NECA? Like she's like heading that project with NECA of them making a figure of her. Like the actual actor. Yeah, actress who played her.
Oh, I think it's actor now. I think you're right.
Really?
Yeah, I think they changed it because it's sexist to say actress.
Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah. She pretty much like she flat out said you can only have my license if I get to this bitch. Yeah, I get to stay involved. And I think another thing she said is if everyone who wants the figure can get it. Because of how tough their TMNT figures have been to get.
Dude, honestly, it's fucking frustrating. It's like, guys, how hard is it to put them on the fucking shelf?
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I think on the last show or the show before that, in their defense, they did say that they're oh no, it was an interview Randy did with Foosh, actually, Robo, I think. Oh no, it wasn't Robo, but it was one of the guys from Foosh, and he's like, believe me, if it wasn't negotiating the licensing, we would release these to everyone, but for whatever reason, the licensing, like we can only do like gaming licensing for TMNT to like Target, and like just all the weird stipulations in there is annoying. But the other little bit of news with G.I. Joe is Roadblock and Scarlett, which have already been released, are getting a repaint. They're not like doing a re-release with them, like they're not getting new numbers, but they are doing repaints on them to be a little bit more classic. Like they're taking some of the shinier and more modern looking paints off of Roadblock. Roadblock is pretty close, but I think it's like his shin armor and a few other things that they're repainting, and then same with Scarlett. But yeah, that's all we got there as far as just kind of more recent figure news. Now, as far as the collecting weekly awards, I'm jacked about this. Zach, if I can, I'd love to hop on for this show next week.
It's a lot of exclusive real estate, so I mean, have your agent talk to our agent,
I'm
producer.
He's going to be on.
I mean,
of course you're on. Of course you're on, Dylan.
the same agents as some of the
You're a
outsiders
fucking
they're going to be
hole.
on. So
Of course, you're
You're
on,
a
Dylan.
fucking
You
A1
didn't
hole.
survive COVID to watch the fucking CW awards from home, my guy.
that is
Your
true.
bitch
I
ass to be
survived
on
just
the
to
show.
hop in the show. I'm immune for 90 days
Really,
at
that's it.
minimum.
That's it.
Well, they say it's
Bro,
minimum.
if I
They,
get COVID, I never get that shit again.
It's
so
like
like when they called us for contact tracing, they say you're guaranteed to not be able to spread it or get it for 90 days.
It's guaranteed.
But
But-
it's been known that people get it within within 90 days.
Yo,
So
Jason Nelson, what about the guarantee though, my guy?
we're probably more
I'm
probably
glad
going to
you
be
didn't
longer.
come down. I'm glad you didn't come down, to be honest. We got
Yeah.
us all COVID up, dude.
Well, now I'd be good to go.
Fuck no, dude. You just have your COVID.
No,
You're
you
like a
can't
leopard.
give it or get it for 90 days.
Yeah,
Fuck that,
I
dude.
can't
I don't want to
spread it.
risk it.
Biscuit for the biscuit? That's a good ass biscuit, dude.
All right,
Still.
yes, you can be on. No one else has asked, right? More people that aren't on the network have asked than people that are on the network. So yes, you got a spot, my friend.
I'm jacked. I love this shit. I love like March Madness, the March Madness bracket that we
We're
do.
never
I love
doing that again.
this.
We're
I
never
know,
doing March
but I
Madness.
love
it was
that.
a huge fucking waste of time.
Um,
Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it.
so
March Madness or
have
No,
you guys
motherfucker, CW awards.
have you guys voted in this
Yeah,
yet?
I voted. I voted the first day.
Who did you guys vote for
I
most?
like how he
improved?
asked the two fucking main hosts. Did you guys
Did we
vote?
vote? No, I haven't.
We're the first people to vote.
I could see.
Okay, what was your
I'll be-
question? I'm
Jack
sorry.
literally
Can we
creates
stop
the
being
thing,
so mean to
votes,
Dylan?
and then sends it to me.
I could see Dean not okay. Dean, how much he shit on the awards to Zach.
Dude,
last-
literally-
I didn't shit on the
Literally, I was
awards.
like, fuck Dean, dude. I was so mad at you, dude. I was like, I slaved over these graphics and got everyone's input about it, and you're
No.
still booing.
Yeah, because not because of the awards, because of the companies. Every time you said a company I liked, I cheered.
Yeah, but that was like one cheer the whole show, practically.
Well, because a lot of the times,
Who did you guys?
Okay,
So,
okay,
who did you
Okay,
guys
what was
vote
the
for?
question?
Who did you guys vote for all the categories?
we can't tell you that. That's
You go
classified
first.
What
information.
was your problem, dude?
That's like asking who he voted for president.
Yeah,
Who'd you vote
Bernie,
for?
obviously.
You can't.
I'll say it, but I almost feel like that ruins the wonder, right? For most improved, I voted for Hasbro. For best overall, I voted for Bandai. Best under 30, I voted for Baby Yodes. Best non-traditional skill, I voted for The Child by Sideshow. Best 1/12th, I voted for Kaioken Goku. Best third party, I voted for Django. Best head sculpt, I voted. I actually really fucking like that Han Solo head sculpt, so I voted for that one. Best 1/6 scale, I voted for Mando, and then also for figure of the year for Mando. It's just super fucking good.
Yeah.
I voted most improved Mcfarland. Overall Bandai, best under 30 Doomslayer, non-traditional scale Vegeta, best 112 Luke, best third party Hunter K, best head sculpt. I believe I voted Wasp.
It's a really good fucking head sculpt.
Best 1/6 Mando, and I think figure of the year. I think I voted. It was either Mando or Hunter K.
What about you, Dill?
Okay. I for sure did 3-0 because I really liked what they did with their Game of Thrones line this year for most improved. I love Brienne, and I actually really did like the Jon Snow. The head sculpt obviously is a little lackluster, but I just think that they've still improved a lot. Best overall, I believe I did NECA, and I will probably do that every year because of their level of communication they always do with their customers. Best under 30. I will say this was the one I was most butthurt by the nominations.
Why?
I want to see those stats, Zach.
We literally did a stream about it.
You and Dean own all of these figures. I think it's rigged, but
I don't own. I don't own the
I said
Spawn
Between you two, you guys have.
Between us two, we own almost everything on this list. What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, that's what I said. You
But almost everything on every list between the hosts. We all own pretty much all this stuff. What figure was it missing that you wanted to be on there?
For me, I think.
Nominate it?
Huh?
Did you nominate it?
Yeah.
You gave us a list of like 20 figures that you wanted us to consider.
Right? I did. No, I like. Yeah, I like.
The point was give us one figure, not 20.
Also, more than one person has to nominate it.
I know. So that's
the thing, right? You know, obviously Kanye was the best presidential candidate of this last election cycle, but he only got so many votes. You know what I mean?
Dude, have you seen his new shoes? There's no way I'm voting for that dude for president. His new shoes are good.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of figures that I thought were really good that just didn't get nominations. We did a private stream for the Patreons. It's on the YouTube, and we literally showed the whole thing. Now, it's not just a matter of who was nominated the most. I think there's some figures that only got nominated once or twice, but people were able to make the case for it being so good. For example, Nosferatu only had one nomination, but we looked at it, we saw what it came with, we watched some reviews on it, and then we're like, this is a good fucking figure. It's way better than another 1/12 scale figure that maybe had a few, like 2 or 3 nominations, but just wasn't really that good of a figure.
Yeah.
So if we went by purely, the nominations are for us to get an idea. I think in every category we eliminated down to 8, and then we got input from we asked everyone for input on the final selection. So it's not so much a pure representation of the top 5, because in some cases it's like 6 or 7 was what we were able to limit it down to.
So
in fact, it was so tight on figure of the year, we gave it 6 figures instead of 5.
In my opinion, for best 1/12, like I'm not going to argue a lot of
opinion.
Please never say opinion.
A lot of the 1/6.
Wait, let him talk. Let the man talk.
The 1/6 stuff, I won't argue. I'm fine with all that, and I feel like this is the least amount of releases that 1/6 figures I've ever bought in this year. So I didn't have a ton of.
Okay, go back to under 30 because you bitched us out about that.
But the ones under 30, it was and best 1/12. There's no G.I. Joe stuff. And
there was, I don't think, honestly, I think there was one nomination in all the categories for G.I. Joe. No one really chose it for their nominations.
Which is wild to me, because that was one of the most popular lines of the entire year.
I'm not saying that that's not true, but when each person can only nominate one figure, are you saying like it's their favorite figure of the year? It wasn't in that case.
I'm just saying I'm
not doubting that it's a great line.
It needed to be represented in some way. I would have replaced probably Luke Skywalker, but that's just me.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so this is what was nominated. Black Series The Child for under 30. DC Multiverse The Devastator, Diamond Select Iron Giant, several of those. Doomslayer, several of those. A fucking shitload of Hasbro Black Series Snowspeeder. Beskar Mando, there was 2 nominations of that, but I just didn't feel like it was that much different from last year's figure. Mattel The Child, like 7 or 8 of those. Mcfarland, Mortal Kombat Spawn, 4 of those. Domino had 2 nominations, didn't make it. NECA 1989 Godzilla vs. Biollante. NECA Shredder had 2, but that is technically a 7. Or no, that one did qualify. It didn't qualify for the 1/12. UFC Ultimate Series Conor McGregor. Quite a few Wicked Cool Toys Master Chief. That's what was nominated.
Yeah,
under 30. Of that under 30, that's the 5 we came out with.
I believe you. When I'm now bitching about this, it's pretty much to everyone, not just you guys.
I mean, that's the point, right? We had the nominations open for 2 months, and we asked everyone if from October to the end of November. That's 2 months.
Dude, look at Fern's fucking comment. Fern doesn't listen to the show. Like, there's no doubt about it. Fern does not listen to this goddamn show.
Literally, Dean says that's his favorite figure of the year on like multiple occasions.
Like every week, you're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm fucking playing with my Doom figure. This thing's fucking awesome." But several people nominated. It was me and I don't know, someone else.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 other people.
I hope.
I mean, but that's the thing, right? Like in anything, right? You can only select from what is there.
Nobody, literally nobody nominated anything G.I. Joe. It's not like it was like, oh, there wasn't enough people that voted. Literally nobody brought up G.I. Joe.
That's a lie because I nominated.
Okay, one guy.
Cobra Commander.
Wait,
Nobody.
Which one?
Cobra Commander.
In what category?
Best under 30.
One vote?
Is Supreme Snake Cobra
Or
Commander.
one nomination, rather.
But there's ones who got in there with under less. For best
Yeah, dude, Dylan is fucking salty, dude.
Oh, who got in there?
Wait, what? No, time out. We're not moving on. What were you talking about? There's some Nosferatu only had like one nomination. That was
I know.
you.
I appreciate.
I pushed through Nosferatu because you made the case to me how good it was.
No
one made the case to me about the G.I. Joes. That's all I'm saying.
He needed that. I know. Okay.
Jason makes a good point here. Since we're limited to only one, I went with Spawn because he had been a figure I wanted in the scale and articulation since the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, and it's fucking amazing.
I won't argue.
Great fucking figure.
Spawn probably could have even been in figure of the year, and I wouldn't have been mad about. That's up for like actual like national awards. That
That's
figure,
true.
for sure.
This is such a good figure, and like, not only is it solid, but it's been re-released 3 times, and it still sells out. Like, people fucking love this thing. It's great.
Yeah,
I'm actually shocked it's not figure of the year.
Yeah, that one was a good
one. Got a lot of nominations all over the place.
For which one?
Spawn.
Spawn
For
any under 30, not a non-traditional scale, 12 scale, because a lot of people just fucked it in there with 12.
But it's not 12 scale.
I know, but I'm just saying a lot of people nominated it.
We were saying that we were
for 12 scale for figure of the year. I didn't want to put two. Okay, so for figure of the year, I felt like the Snowspeeder Luke deserved to be there because of every figure that wasn't 6 scale. It was overall the most nominated. And if I put if I put Spawn in that place, let's be honest, that probably was not going to win that category, right? But it got enough representation that I was like, let's give it a shot. Because I honestly think Mando Black Series maybe had a shot last year.
Yeah.
I haven't pulled the results yet, so I actually don't know which is winning right now at the moment. But the I didn't want to put two figures that I think didn't have a shot, right? So I already brought it up to 6. Because I just didn't want the figure of the year category just to be a repeat of Best One 6.
Right. And this is no fault to you guys because it was just shitty timing, really, the time it came out. But the only reason I didn't vote for Mandalorian for best figure, I don't think I voted for either Best 1/6 or Figure of the Year. Only reason I didn't is because I think Best Go Mando is better, but it's just not in a lot of hands on our side yet.
Like any movie that comes out, there's Oscar awards season, and it's from blank to blank. So that's eligible for next year. It can anything released late November is eligible for 2021.
But I would be but like what you were saying with the small scale of Mandalorian, that you didn't want to nominate the Beskar version for Best Under 30 after the original Mandalorian swept it all last year.
But the thing is, the Beskar Mando and the Black Series Beskar Mando and the Black Series regular Mando, the only thing that's different is the armor. The articulation's the same. The paint apps are on the underlying stuff is the same quality. There's no head sculpt in the base release. But between the Hot Toys Mando and the Hot Toys Beskar Mando, I mean, you're getting like 2 childs, the knives, extra hands, the jetpack, you're getting the chrome armor. I mean, you're getting a shitload of stuff. That's a whole nother figure. It's not just a small resculpt and a re-release.
Yeah, but Beskar Mando also has a jetpack.
I'll accept that answer.
No, Zach's right though. It's literally just
I get it. If it doesn't get forgotten about and people just don't have Mando fatigue, I will say I would agree. Your point makes sense then.
But also, I mean, it just goes back to the people should nominate, right? Like, there's going to be people that might complain of the results, but the results are literally once these nominations are set, it is purely who wins is who wins. There's no us adding votes or stop the vote, anything like that. Like whomever wins is just that's the winner, right? And that's how it was last year. That's how it was the year before that.
No, and I get it. It's like that with a lot of different.
It's not a perfect system, right? In a perfect world, we could list every figure and just have people vote on every figure, but that'd be a tremendous amount of work since we're doing all the graphics and everything. It'd just be too much work.
Yeah, and that's why I waited so long to do my nominations, because I was trying to milk to see what would get released or I could get in hand before I voted, or nominated, I should say. Voting to me was easy. I think best 112, I went with Nosferatu, but that was the biggest figure that I opened this year, and I opened a shit ton of figures this year that blew me away when I opened it up.
Maybe next year we could do a free for all voting, like just nominate whatever figures you want to nominate in whatever line or whatever category, right? So if Jason Nelson wanted to nominate 12 figures and and Dylan wanted to nominate 12 figures, we could say it would still be the same thing. You're just going through the list. It's like how many people voted for this.
That's
how many people. It just
maybe weighted too much.
But here's the thing, right? It took me like 2 hours to get all the data from the original votes to something we could understand, right? Because one guy might put Hot Toys Mandalorian, one guy might just put 1/6 Mandalorian, one guy might put TVM 007 Hot Toys The Mandalorian. I think like just from every figure there was like 3 to 5 variations of the same figure's name. Getting all those to be equal and then sorting that, it took it was a nightmare.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be difficult, but the thing is, like, there has to be a consistency, company name, figure name, and that's it. Because literally, like, even just, but like for the companies, right? People would put N space, E space, C space, A space, or NECA all together, or Mcfarland. Some people says Mcfarland toys. Like, you could tell what they were voting for, but I mean, it was all over the place. Some person for the it's just like it was a huge pain in the ass. Like,
so that's why I kind of wanted to just get you riled up and move on, because
we're not moving on. It's not a perfect system, right? We work hard, we put a lot of effort into it. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good.
No, yeah,
that's how the Oscars is. They nominate from a list of eligible films, and
what I was gonna say is the reason why I was ready to move on even after riling you guys up enough, but mainly because I don't know how to do it better. That's probably the biggest thing. Is I hate bringing up an issue and not having a solution, so I don't know how I would do it differently.
Our first year was fucking awful. I don't even know. We had the idea for the award show like 2 days before the show.
Yeah,
and it just did not work.
Ideas on the spot, didn't you?
Yeah, it was awful. Now this one is much better, but it's not perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always going to be, I mean, you could say like we'll bring it up to 10, and then you kind of have that thing with like the NCAA football Final Four. It's like, well, can we do 8? Like, capping it off at 5.
Always adding in.
Like, you could go to 100 and then you'd still be leaving figures out. So
right. No, yeah, and best third-party figure, I only had one on that list, and it was K, obviously, Hunter K. But I would that's who I voted for. But I probably, now that after I went back and thought about it more, Miles Morales was probably the most impressive for what he came with, like overall the value there and everything that came with him. Best head sculpt I was with Krennic. I might have gone with Krennic across the board the rest of the way, just because that was pure bias, and I was obsessed with that figure, and I was waiting for him for so long.
I don't own any of the figures in best head sculpt or 1/6, except Mando. So I don't know what you were talking about earlier. And
I was referring to small scale stuff.
But Zach doesn't own those either.
Yeah, I only own the Mando
we only own the Mando. So you're fucking coming at us with a bunch of.
And then for best head sculpt, I don't own any of those actually.
I wasn't referring to 1/6.
Dylan, get the fuck off my show, dude.
Just kidding. Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
Love getting you riled up. Yeah, I'm excited to hop in the show and talk about how much bullshit it is again next week.
Yeah, so the way it'll work, we'll all have a category that I would say we all should get on early to figure this shit out. But everyone will have a dude. Hell yeah, dude! Fucking green grapes, my guy. Everyone will have a category that they will announce, and you'll find out. The slide will change, and you'll announce the winner. Because I don't want to give you guys the heads up. I don't want you to have a Freudian slip like I had last time. It was embarrassing.
What was your Freudian slip?
Yeah,
I think it was for the quarter scale Vader last year. I mentioned it, and Dean was like, "Oh, is that a Freudian slip?" And I was like, "Fuck, dude, you fucking guy."
I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty good at getting you, but I guess I don't realize what context was it.
All right, let's move on. Dill.
Yeah, this is the Mofex Dark Knight. This thing is awesome.
Yeah, vote. If you're in Collecting Make Auxiliary, you can still cast your vote. And I mean, it's getting. I put it in the Patreon chat, but there's like 3 categories. It might be even 4 that are being decided by like 2 votes or less. So the winner, the most prestigious award that any company or toy can win, is down to basic. I mean, your vote could matter, right?
Yeah.
Could. Dean will have a problem with it, but it could.
I said red seedless grapes, by the way, last time. Ben Porter, Griffin Campbell, Sean Fear, Ian CV, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Lemur Hernandez, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Danik and Lee, sorry. Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Jason Nelson, Big Ol' Fern, King Zach, Cesar Mariquin, Eddie Mendez, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Purchase, John Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Jesse Contreras, Stephen Maria Stanley, Lord Voldemort. We want to say thank you for being our Patreonies.
That was good. You're good at that.
Yeah.
Reading
Lemur.
Zach, you want to talk about this a little bit? Or benefits?
No.
A lemur sticker.
Lemurs.
His own sticker.
Dude, lemur sticker for January. It's happening.
I'd rather see
actually, the Patreonies want the third-party police, and I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do that graphic.
Oh.
We have a few of these left, so if you're wanting to... dude, actually, we're never doing buttons again. The buttons were a huge nightmare. Never doing buttons again. That's all I'm going to say. We have the 4-inch window cling, the Detective Dean button, the Christmas card, and the holiday sticker. And that's for the December Patreonies, and those have shipped already, but there is still time to get them. What do you think about that window cling, my guy?
It's good, but be careful. I put it on my window when it was a little wet, and it smeared a little bit there. You can kind of see. So just be careful with it. Don't rub on it.
I have mine in my truck right above my driver's.
I'm gonna put it in my car for sure.
Like, you know where they put the oil change stickers? It's right there.
Really?
Yeah.
What if they just cover that up someday?
I'd be
Punch them in the fucking throat.
Then you kill
karate chop their throats off. Fucking elbow them in the larynx.
These are our tiers. We got Sweet Angel, $5 a month. You get exclusive swag from the Collecting Weekly Network. It includes a sticker sent straight to your door, as well as access to Ox After Dark replaying. Certified Crispy. This tier includes official certificate of Certified Crispy on first pledge, assistance with figure fixes by Zach. Message him to confirm though to make sure it's possible, and all the benefits of the previous tier, Sweet Angel, and then the What a Guy tier of $25 a month. The What a Guy folks in this tier get a signed Collecting Weekly Live 18 by 24 silhouette poster on first pledge. When I started reading that, when I saw silhouette, I thought that was going to be life size is what I took it as, and that would have been hilarious. But doubles of all stickers we sent, 1 year sculpt, year painted by Darkside Customs after 3 months, and all benefits of the previous tiers.
Love to hear it.
Don't forget to check out all of our shows on our network. We got Auction, Collecting Weekly, Collecting Rarities, Small Talk, The Joy of Hobbying, Only Fools and Collecting, Z and Pete, and Steve. Collecting Comics, After Dark, and Creeps Are Us. Auction, is that you said that's happening in January, Zach?
I don't know. Maybe. Depends. That's a show's a lot to produce. A lot of work on that show. But yeah, probably. Are you going to participate?
I probably would again. I'll for sure be putting up one of my figures that didn't sell on the. It was the only one I think that didn't sell last time
On
around.
Oxeon?
You did pretty good, right?
Yeah, I
you
sold
sold
2 of the
pretty good
3.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's
Love
a
this.
yeah, it's a great way to just move stuff and not like stuff that you don't necessarily need a huge.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like our homies. So you don't
I
have to
think
Yeah.
the thing is though, if some people, I think the last one got a little too ambitious with their prices, and that's not really
Dude,
what
but we
auctions.
still sold like 90% of the stuff that was
We
up.
did, but I wish there was some room to have a deal as well, right?
Yeah, starting off an auction at 350 is
Yeah, I kind of
biggest
want to
deal.
sell my Thor on auction. Just
Which
start
Thor?
Avengers 1, just start the bid at like, I don't know, like $100.
Oh. All right. So now I want to do a quick giveaway before we end the show. As promised, I said we would do a giveaway to all of our people watching live.
Whoa.
I'm
Comment.
watching live.
What?
I'm watching live.
No.
Oh.
Anyone who is watching, post your name and we will put it in a random generator.
What is the giveaway, Adam?
It is.
Hey,
Give me a second.
if Zach gets to join, I'm fucking joining.
No, that's a different Zach. What are you talking about? That's Rainer.
That's you.
I'm on the show right now. What are you talking about?
You
Dude?
have access to the collecting weekly page.
No, Rainer has access as well.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
would
well,
know.
don't put Zach then. Put Rainer.
No. Oh, here it is. So, like shipping, all of that will be covered. You'll just have to message me afterwards.
Can I?
But it will be,
Oh yeah, share what it is.
it'll just be Marvel Legends: The Thing.
Oh man, you don't have to put my name in there, Ron.
God, I hate you. It's a really cool figure, super heavy actually. But either way, it's a free figure. What is that on the screen right now?
This is part of the best of the year. I just wanted to share a little snippet for you guys. I'm really excited to share this with you.
Do you have the ass eat?
Wait, what?
I'm not gonna let him eat my ass.
You gotta watch it, my friend.
Says the damage.
Oh. Okay. I think I
What-
did the other one wrong then earlier.
Oh.
It's okay. Because I don't remember what the other number was. What is this? Like 41.
41 off of 36. Are you?
Yeah, roll the. Wait. I'm confused.
41. The most you can get is
3d6
18.
dice, right? And you
Yep.
roll.
Yeah,
Each-
I'm using the digital roller and it says total 11, total 15, total 11.
Use your real dice. And roll the 6 3 times.
Okay.
A few minutes
I
later.
don't know if it's a 6 or a 9.
You
Oh, no,
reroll.
it's 6 does.
Hold on.
And another 6 and then 4. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
2 + 2 is 4. -1 is 3. Maths.
Maps. Very funny, Zach. That's hilarious.
I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
I am being sarcastic. You're a fucking piece of shit. Sorry, I don't understand the game. Like I'm a fucking professional.
I thought it was funny that you got your
You're a
math
piece of
wrong.
Shit, that's fun.
Dude, the whole show is like 80% of you telling me to go lay in a street and like maybe 1 or 2 jokes about you. So I think I'm okay with the ratio.
Yeah, me too. Go fucking.
Dude, when you said that, I was like, Jesus. Oh, man.
What was the context? I don't even remember.
Okay, so I know why I made the mistake, but I was on page 45 and we saw this model kit and I was like, oh, it's $45.
That's right.
And then it was like actually $165. We spent
I was
like 4
where the
minutes
fuck did you
trying to
get?
backstrap, and you're like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You're like, go fucking lay in the street. I was like, what? Oh, I don't want an entry, by the way. You could just do whoever.
Oh, you said that was Rainer.
No, I was just kidding. It's Danny Lee, Big Fern, Toy Mafia, Jason.
Danny had me take it. He has the thing already. I totally missed what happened in that video.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh shit.
Wait, Dean, how much of the best of the year did you watch?
Me?
Yeah.
I got to the ass story and I turn it off.
Hang on. Here, let me
Oh fuck.
me
Damn it,
show-
dude. That was funny.
hang on. I'm gonna show that moment right now. Let's see, where's that?
Dude, I remember I was so fucking pissed off at you.
Hold
'Cause
on,
like
real quick. We're gonna do the drawing. I'm just gonna run the random number
3
generator
people?
3 times.
Motherfucker, just give them
1,
all.
2, 3, and that is Toy Mafia. That's a second giveaway is one on here.
Yeah, Toy Mafia,
Oh,
send
3
an
people
email
are
to.
watching? Danny Lee's watching.
Well, there's more people that are watching, but they didn't enter in for the figure giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Danny entered right there. I see
He
his
said
name.
that he doesn't want it.
Oh,
He already has it. The next one is going to be
the next giveaway. Are we doing another one right now?
the next one on the next show is going to be
nice.
Venom. Actually, Zach, I should talk to you.
No.
Do you want to do one for the show or for the
Yeah.
award show?
Let's do it. Let's do
Okay,
it.
we'll do a NECA Lost Predator for that one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, I'm entering that one though.
New
All
in
right, here we
box.
go. Dean, tell me if you can hear this. Okay, look, either that looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Damn, that actually doesn't.
$160. Where the fuck are you getting $45?
I thought it was $45. I guess that's right.
Idiot, dude.
You're
You're a
mean to me.
dumbass.
Why are you so mean to me?
You're so fucking mean to the street. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I got when you like fucked up on It Follows.
Yeah.
I got this is actually one of my favorite moments of the year when you were roasting Griffin's sculpt.
Yeah. Oh fuck, dude. It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good episode.
Black curly hair. Wait, hang on. Here we go.
You know, I have funny thing. My BH also has a goatee.
Oh, that was a visual. Oh man, these guys like
Dude,
ham
you know, I have spare Cody's
legs.
reaction.
Hell yeah!
How does-
Thanks, my guy.
How does Corey not
Did you
even
take all
like
the
budge?
magic cards you gave me back? You did, right?
Yes.
He's my best friend, dude.
What color's your deck, Zach?
Brown,
It's-
black curly hair. Oh, the deck. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, that's a good one, dude. My color's your deck.
Dean talks about his
Dude.
PH having a goatee, and Corey just sits there like this.
Yeah, I mean, Corey and I have been
Corey's
through
pretty
the we've been through the fucking trenches, Corey and I.
Toy Mafia. I'm gonna put my email. Email me, and then we'll get it sent out.
Do you have in the show that time where Dylan just like was just off the whole? He was like, "It's time for the giveaway." It's like that's not what we're doing.
No,
dude.
no. That's 2019.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
the
was it
first year.
Fuck.
That was our first or second small talk show
Yeah.
ever, I think.
Here, let me. I'll run through what we have on this on the
Dude,
show.
and then the other one where Damien's like, "Hey, I'm Damien, and this is my host." And it's like really
It's like
quiet.
8 seconds of silence. And you're like,
And
"All right."
I'm Dylan.
Oh man, look at Toy Mafia. It says thanks everyone. That's the only thing I'm getting for Christmas. Oh, man,
no.
Dylan, pack some more shit in there.
How
Dude,
surprising.
go get some porno mags from the fucking store. Put them in there.
Here we go. This is
At least
let's
you
give you
get
guys a
one
snippet.
nut.
We have the intro that I fucked up the first time in like 100 episodes. The first or one of the After Dark intros that I thought was pretty funny. The Bumblebee story about how my Bumblebee got stolen.
Yeah.
We have Texas. It's a long ass story apparently.
It was pretty long.
We have the COVID stream where we were talking about the other day and Cookie Crunch, which was fucking hilarious. We have the butt story, and I was like, which is probably the most classic moment of the whole year, frankly.
Yeah.
Dean not watching Where the Wild Things Are. What is this moment here? Someone watched our show. Oh, when I was talking about Dean being the only live stream viewer,
Yeah.
the Zach gets suicided like Sonny Corleone clip. Dean with the maths. Let's
Well, how it
see.
works.
The bidet after dark special. Let's see what else do we have here. When we accidentally fuck Manny over on accident. The one chip challenge, which is pretty funny.
Oh,
You guys were in person, and Danny was, or Manny was.
COVID on my peen clip, which I think is a
yeah.
classic. The all the compilation of the new this week, back in the day up until now, which was I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel, probably one of the best jokes of the year. When Eric accidentally bought the Bumblebee, which I thought was special. When we were roasting Zach Spencer, when we talked about Damien leaving Small Talk, it's not all funny moments. Some of them are like cool moments.
Damien might not appreciate. It might be too mean, but the first time that he listed off the Patreons.
Oh no, I got Zach's because Zach's was even better.
Oh, was it?
You know, you haven't heard it?
On Fear, Ian, Ryan Mendez, Eric Martel, Quinn Aguirre, Lemur Hernandez,
Lemur, dude. Call him Lemur.
Mark Person, Danley, Deanie Martin, Stephen Crait, Jason Nelson, Caesar Morrow Quinn. I apologize if I butchered that. Eddie Mendez, Eric Ruiz, Mark.
Legend, dude.
Dude, almost everyone he got wrong.
I'm
Poor,
just
poor Rainer, he's a good kid. You could tell he was just over it. He was like, God damn it.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh,
Danny Lee, I've already spent like 12 hours editing this, and then I was like, the audio sounds bad, so I'm gonna put it in a compressor, and then I had to edit that together and took another 2 hours. So unfortunately, if the clip isn't there, it's just not gonna be in the video. It took forever to make this episode, because before I was like, it's just gonna be audio only, but I was like, let me push a little harder to get a video also for everybody. So
that's why Zach's the best goddamn guy out there for podcasts.
That's what we're gonna see.
I said it once and I'll say it again.
When he talked about Gooch Grease, wasn't that on an After
make
Dark
the show? Zach actually makes the show.
Yeah, that was Gooch Grease was
that super long one?
No.
Oh,
dude, that was such a fun night. I know I got
that was.
I remember that night fondly. Like me and my boys hanging out.
But it's funny because we almost canceled the show, or not canceled, but like ended it like several times. We kept going because we getting like boosts of energy.
Yeah,
dude, that was fucking fun, dude. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see that show. That's gonna come out December 29th. We're taking that week off, so it'll be a live premiere then. So
okay,
hopefully you guys.
Let me ask you this then, buddy.
Yes.
We have a show sheet.
Yes.
For this week.
Yes.
But Tuesday is going to be the award show.
Yes.
So what do we do with that show sheet if we're taking the week off after?
Well, the 15th is the award show. Then the 22nd is the Tuesday that we're recording.
So it's 2 weeks.
Wait, the 15th is the award show?
Yeah, next Tuesday is the award show.
Okay.
So it's 2 weeks worth of show sheet, right?
But we're taking that week off.
You're saying we're taking the 22nd off?
Aren't we?
No.
What week are we taking off? The 29th?
29th.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, we could also just record instead of After Dark on the 16th. We could just record the CW show like at 11. Because there's a shitload of stuff to talk about, so I don't mind.
I mean, the award show is going to take a long time, so no. For some reason, I thought that was only
the award show won't take that long. It'll only take an hour. It always only takes an hour. I mean, it might take longer because we have more people talking at once, but
yeah,
it's a fairly slimline show.
The award show is like it's like a whole night, and then I could have sworn it was longer than that.
Well, last year we recorded the Christmas episode and then the award show.
Oh,
we can do that this year. It really doesn't matter to me, but
hopefully no one calls the third-party police on us when we list that winner off.
Uh-oh. You know what they say, my guy. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta get my kid in the bath. Danny,
all right, guys.
Are you guys dressing up for the award show? Probably not.
I gotta braid my BH goatee.
Look at this. I'm gonna wear these and this hat, maybe a Santa suit, or not a Santa suit, Santa shirt.
I'll wear an ugly sweatshirt.
I'm gonna wear probably this, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
All right. Thanks. I'll just do a closing here real quick. Dean.
Yeah, go ahead. Close us
Thanks
out.
for tuning in, guys. This was Small Talk, the show that we talk about absolutely nothing important. I'm Dylan.
I'm Dean.
Zach, who's joining us. Thanks, guys.
Bye.